Alright, so we're going to make a pinch pot. It's one of our first hand building techniques. You start with a small ball of clay. It's about 2 inches wide. Yeah, a little bit less maybe, kind of depends on how. It doesn't have to be a perfect ball. What you're going to do is you're going to take your thumb and you're going to hold the clay in the palm of my hand, and I'm going to just press the thumb down like that. And so right in here between the outside of the clay and the inside of the clay, right, we've got about a 1/4 inch, so my thumb on the inside is right about there. Okay, maybe that's more like a 1/2 inch. So you stick your thumb in, make a little bit of a hole, and then I'm gently going to pinch, kind of a squeeze, and I rotate, pinch, rotate, pinch, and that's slowly making the hole bigger, right? You don't want to do it all at once. You can switch hands, right? If you start to see a little bit of a crack here, you can add just a little bit of water, dip your finger in water, and kind of smooth out the rim. And then kind of keep working with it. Gentle pinch. And again, that hole is kind of starting to grow. One of the goals is to have an evenly thick wall. So you're looking to get at about a 1/4 inch thick. Maybe the thickness of your pinky could be a good measure also. It's about that, it's not exact. And I'm just slowly pinching away. Again, if we start to see some little cracks in here, clay is drying out, you can just rub a little bit of water on there. And you don't want to add too much all at once, otherwise it gets just a really slippery mess. Okay. And you can feel some spots, if I feel from the inside to the outside, you get the hang of feeling where it's thicker and thinner. And so when you get to those spots that are thicker, you can just gently, so this little spot on the rim is thicker than this spot, I can just kind of thin this out a little bit to help match those. Here's again another thicker spot. And we'll just kind of start feeling around for those thick spots, work on getting an evenly thick piece of clay. So this is a really small one to start. Right? And again, the goal, one of the goals, evenly thick wall. So what we'll do is we'll cut this in half, and we'll get an idea. So you can see there's a little bit thicker right in here. So I could do some pinching in here to decrease this. Otherwise, we're in pretty good shape, right? We'll talk more about other aspects of a pinch pot in other videos, right? Now what we're going to do, after having practiced that, we're going to crumble it back up again. And you can see that it's a little bit more dry, right? When working with it, our hands have absorbed some of the moisture. The air absorbs the moisture. If you're working on a table, the table will absorb some of the moisture, right? The moisture evaporates. And so if we pinch this big piece, you can see all of these cracks. So what we're going to do is we're going to push down here. We're going to reclaim the clay by taking our thumb, a little bit of water in our thumb, and folding it in. Squeeze it together, fold it multiple times. Dip your thumb in some water, again a little bit at a time. You may need to do this 10 or 15 or 20 times, depending on how dry your clay is, in order to get it back to a nice workable state, a nice plastic state.